All the things.
All the things. Seriously. All right. So day 5 is here. You guys have had some incredible speakers and just rock stars that truly follow up every day. They have a system that works. They're on that system. They've really taken a system and perfected it for themselves. And so I hope that you definitely learned something new. And I would love to start this with dropping in the comments, what is one follow-up technique you've learned over the last 4 days that you've put into action? You've actually done it. You didn't just write it down and go, oh, that's really good. Oh my gosh, that's brilliant. No, you actually put it into place. Drop in the comments what technique that you learned that you're putting into place. That you have taken action on already this week. I know for me, and I know Amber's going to share too, is the one thing I put into place was taking I've always been really good at following up with my posts and the people who respond and react, but I wasn't so good at my stories. Like I would look at just the people that I'm not really connected to and I'd follow up with them. But I realized all those other people aren't actually fully thriving with me every single day, but they're on my stories. So I put those people on my list to follow up. So that's one thing that I did. I went and was more intentional with all the story people versus just some of the story people. Amber, what did you put into place this week that you learned? You're muted, maybe.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just talking. So one thing is changing up when I am talking to people about Thrive when, and you know, it's kind of funny for me, a lot of the things that I realized, I think I've done all of these before, but I fell out of that action somewhere along the way. I don't know. But, like Jamie Lindbergh said, have you heard of Thrive yet? You know, like I know I used to say that, but somewhere I dropped the yet. And so that was good to get that back in my brain, right? And then okay, so this is big for me, so I'm going to say it because it might be big for some of you. Forget about PPA. Going back to those that have stopped thriving and re-getting people. And y'all, I'm not going to lie, for whatever reason, so when we started, PPA was not a thing. It was not in our cloud. It wasn't there. So I always went off of how many customers I had, how many customers I was getting back on the Thrive train, you know, things like that. When PPA came, I think it slowed my brain down because if I had a great PPA, great. If I didn't have a good PPA that month, I associated bad PPA with bad Amber. You are a sucky promoter, and you're never gonna make it. Your income's gonna drop. You might as well quit. Like that. That was how much in my head that PPA gets me. And even though like I know that's not the truth, so that was a big thing for me. And that's not an action per se. Like I went and did it. That's a brain action for me. So it is something I'm putting into action because I'm like, okay, forget about the PPA. Go back to, yeah, I've got 12 freaking customers re-thriving, you know, like that's a big deal. So that's big for me. What else? I'm trying to look, see. Well, and this isn't in action yet, but this is something that really stood out to me. I love that Susan said, tell me, and this is to Thrivers, current customers, whatever, tell me your top 3 things that you love about your Thrive. Because that is that opening to them getting it for free, right? You're incorporating them when they're like, how do I can't get anybody to buy it for free, or I can't get anybody so I can get it for free. And, you know, so the conversation then is, tell me what 3 things that you love about your Thrive, you know, because then it gets the conversation going so that they remember, oh my gosh, I really do love this stuff. I really need to tell my friends, like they forget what is so good about it. And they like get scared because they think they're selling it. Right. So that's in a nutshell.
Sweet. Awesome. 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 And so, okay, so you guys have popped over in the chat the things that you've taken action. We've had some people comment what they have done, what their action step has been. Keep dropping that. The next question I want to ask before we go into live Q&A, this is really what this is going to be, but we wanted to kind of get the pulse of those of you that are on. And so the second question is, after the 4 days, because some people are like this, and we're going to simplify this for you, but after the 4 days, have you overwhelmed yourself and froze or became paralyzed? If that's you, just do like me. Yep, frozen. Yep, I'm chilling. I'm not I'm not taking action. It's totally cool. Like, I totally understand it. We want to make sure that we help you simplify that, because the whole point of us doing this is not to just talk and talk and talk and share, but it's to help you take action and get results. So yes. So we have people. Yep.
I'm going to comment on that. Okay. So I'm going to just call people out. Julie, if you're cool with it, unmute and tell us what froze you, because usually sometimes it's over information, but sometimes there was something somewhere. It was the one thing that, oh, I can't do that. And you forget about the things you can do and you focus on the one thing that you think you can't.
So I've had a hard time, like I will do check-ins during the entire 4 days. But then like towards the third and fourth day, I noticed that they back off a lot. And then that scares me. So then I completely like pause. Like I almost feel like I'm bothering them at that point.
And you're talking about people that are new thrivers?
Yes.
So Natasha, what would you do in that scenario?
Yeah. So for instance, I had 12 trial packs that just went out, and people are on like day 3, day 2, day 3, day 4 right now. So before I even send it, I say, hey, during this trial pack, I just want you to know every single day you're on it for the 4 days, I'm going to be following up with you, making sure everything's cool. Are you cool with that? And will you respond to me so I can make sure I take care of you? Like, it's my job to take care of you. I want to make sure of that. If they say no right then I'm like, well, you're not ready for this. I have to have that conversation. If they say, yeah, absolutely, cool, it sets me up for when they're on their thing. They're like, hey, remember when I was sending this out to you, you said you would respond to me. And that's something that I learned from as I'm doing this. I would love for you to respond. Is there something I did that I offended you? Please let me know. I'm learning. And they immediately will respond and go, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Because number one, I already asked them for permission that they will do that. So I can come back and kind of call them out. That's worked for me. And so, for instance, say you didn't have that before and you're following up. I say that last part is, oh my gosh, is there something I did that offended you? Because I'm here just making sure you have a good experience on your trial pack. And I learned from these as much as the next one. So please let me know what I did wrong.
Yeah, I love that. Like, that whole, like, hey, I just wanted to touch base with you. I noticed I haven't heard back from you, but I want to make sure I didn't offend you in any way. I hope everything's going good. And then sometimes oh my gosh, no, it wasn't you. I've had craziness, our house flooded and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And I just haven't been on Messenger. Oh, well, that sucks, girl. How you doing with all that? You just never know. But what do we do if we don't know that? We automatically, they hate me. They don't like me. They've unfriended me. They're never gonna finish their thrive. Like, get in our heads. And I say we as in me. But that's that part. We don't know what's going on the other side. So I love that. Somebody said something days. I thought it was a 3-day experience. So a mini experience, a happy pack, it can be however many days you want to send. If you're sending them sample mail outs from the company, it's 3 days, but if you do the one capsule and half a shake first day or so, then that kind of breaks it down a little bit, gives them more days. Or if you want to send 4 to 5 days or 3, it's totally up to you. I typically just do 3, because I'm letting them know, hey, this is just a 3-day sample. It's a mini experience, kind of like a taste test, just for you to see how simple it is to work these 3 steps into your day. You're probably not going to notice a whole lot, but you're going to notice how simple it is to work it into your day every day. And I can't wait for you to get the full 30 days, you know.
I love that. And Krista, awesome. I know today
I need to make a video.
I'm making a video today looking like this, like it is what it is. Because I think that was so powerful that when, was it Susan? Yeah, Susan shared that she does that video. I'm like, oh my God, that's perfect. I have a video of how people order. It's a screen record with microphone of how a customer can order, and I walk them through their order. I have that, but I don't have a video on how to take your Thrive. I just like copy paste, but how much more cool would it be to have a video? Like super cool. So excited about that. Okay, so we're gonna go into live Q&A. So any questions you guys have, please drop them in the comments, or if you want to explain it by unmuting, just use the raise your hand feature so we can just call on you from the chat bot.
Hey, I'm going to answer, while they're doing that, I'm going to answer the cost question and the objection. Somebody said, my lady said she liked it, but she couldn't afford it. It opened up further conversation. Somebody said, where was it? There was something else about not being, or the cost. They freak out. They like the mini sample, but they freak out when you give them the cost. First of all, you know how we talked about a question, like asking a question. And my answer to that, to the cost objection is, hey, I totally understand. It's crazy right now. What's your budget? What can you afford to get that full experience in your body? You know, and they may say $100, you know, or whatever. Because if it's $100, you can start them with a 2-week experience, or you can work it in where they buy, what, Natasha?
I got something to say on that. I'm holding the idea right here.
Right here. Okay. But you can also, maybe you've got credits to help them. You know, there's a lot of things that you can work with. They start out with just the capsules and the shakes. You know, they don't get the DFT right away. There's options, right? But you don't know until you know their budget. Maybe their budget is you got to start with a sample. I don't know. But another thing is some people, they see that $150 and it sounds like a lot, you know, but if you're like, hey, it really is less than $5 a day, and hey, you already, especially if they already felt something in 3 days, hey, you already felt something, who do you know that could also feel as good? I can set them up with a mini experience, and then you've got 2 people that are probably going to be ready to order. You know, you're utilizing them in their network, right? Their network is your cold market. So Natasha, what's your
So you guys, this is something I learned from Kayla this week, and I put into action. It was her language. It's what she said. And so I did it, and I got 3 freaking customer orders, you all. Like, and I gave them nothing off. I didn't give them anything. This is what I said. They were on their child pack, and I'm like, oh my God. They're like, okay, well, what is this gonna cost? Like, what are we looking at as, you know, I gotta pay. And I'm like, oh my gosh, hold on. Let me log in and see what customer discount popped up for you. Number 1, nothing did, right? Nothing. Don't overthink it. Nothing did. Okay, I log in. I'm like, oh my gosh, girl, you're going to get over 20% off on your order. Plus, are you kidding me? You're going to get an extra box of shakes. You're literally getting $220 worth of product for $150. This is insane. This is the best deal anybody's ever gotten. they didn't even question it. They're like, oh, I got to get this deal. They're like, how long is it going to be? And I said, I don't know. Because I don't know. They may take away the shakes tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know these things. And so they're like, oh yeah, let's place that order right now. And I send them the video of how to order, and they order. I didn't give them anything. I used to do what Amber just said and go, well, it's $5 a day, blah, da, 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 da. No, when I went from $220, which is retail cost, y'all, I just took retail cost and moved it to auto ship cost. That's all I did. But the way I said it, and thank you, Kayla, you're amazing, because it's the truth. It's just a matter of saying it that way. And immediately they're like, holy crap, I'm getting $70 off of my order. Now, yes, sign me up. And I didn't have to spend a dang thing or give credits.
It's like when, like I get emails, obviously I like shoes and stuff. And so I get emails all the time for free shipping this weekend, or all this sandal, $49. They're normally $55. Like, I'm like, woo, $49, like, and then like Jason, I'll say, oh, but it's, buy two, get this. And he goes, but you could just buy one and you're still saving all of it. Like I am like, woo, a deal. And he's like, yeah.
Awesome.
So that wording like that is huge.
I'm looking at some of these questions here. What do you do when you do a mini poll and they freak out when you give them a cost? Shannon, can you unmute? I'm not sure what you mean. I know you said that
yeah.
Question.
So
okay.
I do like a story with the mini experiences and little bags and stuff, and I'll say, which one would you like? And I'll do like 3-day or 6-day. And I'll have people comment on that, or choose one of those two.
Yeah.
When I go into Messenger, oh my gosh, that's great. I can get that to you, shipping included, for I give them a price. And oh no, you didn't say anything about prices in your post. And they like freak out.
Okay, so does that happen quite often?
Yes.
Then I would just say, put the price in the post, like for a cost, at my cost. You don't have to put like $15 or $20. Just go, who would be interested in this at my cost? And it avoids that reaction, I think. And you actually get quality answers versus wasting your time answers.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is your video on how to order available to me? Yeah, Glenn, I'll post my video in the actual event so you guys can see how I do it. It's just a screen share of in my voice. I can't even see. Okay, I'm looking here. Okay, Jason Stewart, can you post a great message to invite inactive promoters to join the GOAT training tomorrow? Amber, you've been doing that follow-up, so what are you saying to peeps?
Hold, please. Using Starla and Susan's messages. Susan and I chatted the other day, and she's like, Starla and I brainstormed. By the way, Starla, I told her I was very upset I was not invited to that brainstorm. But I'm saying, where is it at? Okay, so I'm tweaking this. Hey, I wanted to check in with you about the event Lavelle is having for us this weekend. It's the virtual version of our huge annual, wait, is this the right one? Yeah, our huge annual Thrivepalooza event will be full of massive announcements. And I'll copy paste this in there, by the way. I'm talking new product, compensation plan, a special surprise announcement, and all-day giveaways. How cool is that you can attend for free this year from home? I definitely don't want you to miss any of the excitement. I hope you can join in. It's the perfect time to relaunch your business in a fun, positive, productive way to spend your Saturday. Want me to send you the link? Like, she's not just telling them what's going on. We're following up with, want me to send you the link? Because, and this is where, and y'all have heard me, I struggle personally as a leader. It's a challenge for me when people are not proactive. I am just a very proactive person. I always have been, very independent. I'm figuring out how to climb up to the roof by myself. I don't need somebody to tell me how. Like, that's just me. And when I started this, I was very proactive, you know, like Maria said, you just need 4 friends starving with you to hit that VIP 800. Okay, cool. And in my cloud office, it said, you need them as an auto ship customer and you need them as a promoter ordering an upgrade pack. That was it. Like, I just ran after those. And so for me, when I have people that aren't proactive, I kind of just drop them, you know, like I'm like, well, they don't want it bad enough. Like, that was my mentality at first, was they don't want it bad enough. So when in the past, when things have come out that the company announces or whatever, I've very much been, well, they got the same email I got. They've seen it on Facebook. Like, they must not want it, you know? And so this is turned into me being a better leader in the sense of, I'm going to message them anyway. I'm going to remind them anyway, because odds are, if they're an inactive promoter, there's a couple things. One, they probably think it's too late for me. She's probably mad at me. She hasn't reached out to me, or, oh, I probably upset her when I promoted something else, or, you know, who knows, whatever. So they're not reaching out to me. And if I invite them, then now it's flipped to, oh my gosh, she wants me to go. Oh, I never even saw that email. Because if they haven't been active, I'm going to guess that while the email still goes out from the company, it's probably going to their junk,
Right.
you know, or maybe they clicked unsubscribe one day because they were just like, I'm done, you know? So you never know. And this is that reminder and getting them out there and really being like, hey, you know, I hope you saw it. If you didn't see it, I'm excited for you. And do you want me to send you the link? You know, so it's that question response.
Awesome. And you're going to drop that in the chat. Sweet.
I am.
Okay. Audrey, you have your hand up, so I'm just going to have you unmute, and then we'll go to the next written question.
So I have a question, and it's really frustrating, and my husband just gave me insight on what to say to her, but I need your guys' input because I don't freaking know what to do, and I'm about to rip my hair out. So this girl, ever since I started Thrive, I've been posting, I've been whatever I need to do. She has been interested. She like comments on everything. She likes it, so I message her every time. I follow up. Today I followed up from yesterday or 2 days ago when she, like, I wanted to tell her about the shakes and whatever else that we had going on. She told me last night that she needed to talk to her boyfriend about it. She already talked to her boyfriend about it. Okay, honey. She already talked to her boyfriend. So that's not an issue. I know it's not. Sorry, I'm like rambling. She then sends, I had her email from way before, so I just plugged it in to make an account. And it said that it was already in the system.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to do because I just sent her another message saying that I needed a different email to get her this deal and whatever else. But I also made an interactive post this morning about, like, if you're on the front lines or an essential worker or whatever, drop your thing below and I'll love to get you entered into a giveaway. Well, she commented and she said, I'm a mom, LOL. I didn't react. I didn't like comment, like whatever. I did everybody else on there. And then I just messaged her again and I was like, hey, just to remind you, I need a different email and your cell phone number so I can get you entered into this contest. But I'm still waiting for something. But I don't know what to do because I don't want to end up being in that sticky situation where, like, if she's under somebody else. But then again, I never ordered, but my email said it was in the system, so I don't know what to do. I had to use a different email. So,
Amber.
That's a
So, because I'm a rule follower, I personally, with compliance issues and everything else, my response to that when their email is in use is, I'm like, hey girl, it says your email's already in use in the system. Do you know if you signed up under someone else or gave someone another Thriver your email at some point? And just leave it at that. And then if they respond with no, then I message support and I say, hey, can you please check this email for me? And I give them the email address that says it's in use. And I'll say they say they don't remember signing up with anyone. Can you please check this email for me? And that email or support will respond, yes, that email has an order. It's under so and so, please tell them to log in and cancel, whatever. Or they'll say, no, that's a 4-year-old inactive email, free account. We've released it. Okay. But so that's the steps you take on the email already in use. But on the conversation of it's that same girl over and over and over and over, and she's really not doing anything, she's a commenter, right? That's how I would look at that. Like, she's somebody that she just needs to comment on your stuff, right? Like, she just needs to, when you say, Natasha, like if she's, oh, my mom, LOL, I'm not answering your question, but I'm here. I want you to see me.
Well, something tells me that she just wants like something for free.
I always go with my gut feeling.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't want to like prejudge her because she, like, I've known her.
Another question I always say is, hey girl, what's it going to take for you to start thriving with me? And leave it at that and let her answer. If it's like, oh, I'm not sure, I'm not ready yet, or this, that, and the other, then she ain't ready, and say, okay, well, I'll follow up with you later on, at the end of the day.
She's already had the money objections. She's already had I have to talk to my boyfriend and the whole 9 yards. So I just don't know where to go from here.
A lot of times I just say, bye-bye. Like, I don't know. I'm sorry. That's just my personality, though.
Yeah, you just need to, like, move along and not get hung up on her and don't respond, because then later she's going to be like, hey, what about me? So just move along. She is not a person that needs your time right now.
I like that.
Okay, thank you.
Any good ideas to have your current customers connect with you with their friends so they can get referrals? Okay, so I know a couple people said this week on our follow-up, and I don't know exactly who said what during our trainings, but it was mentioned that I specifically send a customer, post this, like it's a copy paste, and here's some pictures, and tag me. And that helps. So you're the promoter sharing, hey, if you're, will you post this? And I can help your friends get more information. Then you get to kind of control the messaging and the 3-way chats and teach that customer how you follow up with them. I think that's brilliant. That's what I've done forever. Anyone who's like, yeah, I would love to thrive for free, that will fit my budget way better. Then I say, hey, here's a post, here's the pictures to use. I like to have them use a picture of them with the DFT if they'll do it. If not, I have some just regular pictures I send, and I just switched it up. I love Lavelle's quality in pictures right now. We can thank, oh my God, her name just like popped out of my head right now, but they're doing amazing photography. And so now I have the 1, 2, 3 that they're so clean and crisp. I put that into, a graphic on its own, and I have them post that. Guess what? It's the first post that they're ever going to do on their thing. It doesn't have to be perfect or, what we do 20 years into this. So that's what I'm doing. It has worked really well for me and my customers. And then I do the 3-way chat with the customer and that person, and then the customer and that person, and the customer and that person. I don't answer their questions in the comments. I don't. All right. Let's see here. Did you find the next question or?
Well, I was going to say, I was going to be slightly proactive on that, and then my brain got crisscrossed. But so one thing is on that, when you have people that, they want to get it for free, your customers, they want to get it for free. But if they're not willing to post, or they're not willing to connect you with their friends, you remind them, what they said they wanted, right? Like, it's like, hey, girl, I totally get it. and just know that you know me, and I'm not going to sell your friends, but I will share what's working, and I will share what it's doing. And really it's your experience that I'm mainly going to share. You said you wanted to get it for free, and I'm here to help for that, but you let me know when it's the right time for you to get it for free, because what does that put in their mind? You let me know when it's the right time for you to get it for free. Well, heck, the right time to get it for free is now, So it kind of puts that reminder of, what, I did tell her I need to get this for free. And yeah, the time is yesterday, So I think that's a good little thing whenever they're stuck on, well, I don't want you to sell my friends, All right, where are we at?
Okay, so Jason just posted that Paul's going to do a Zoom at 1:00. So
yeah, 12 Central.
Yep, so that's cool. We'll jump on that. Let's see here. I asked someone yesterday who never responds, what's holding you back? They responded, free account and sample going out today. Awesome, Starla. I know, like that, I mean, a lot of times it's just that, like, push them over the freaking edge to do something.
Hey, Starla, unmute and tell us what that looked like. You said, you reached out, what's holding you back? They responded. What was the response?
Oh, Lord have mercy. So this is a girl I went to high school with. Hi, y'all. I just finished a run, so excuse me, I'm showered. So I went to high school with her. So she's 50 as well. I know I don't look it, but yes, I am. And she's very fit. She's gorgeous. So she's always in the back of my mind. I want this girl driving with me. I want this girl on my team. Like, she cares about her health and whatever. And I've sent her several messages over the years. I've been here 6 years. So years ago, never a response, like zero, anything. So I've just noticed the last 6 months or so, she's commenting on things, watching my story, liking things. And then, of course, we're supposed to get 40 free accounts in the next 3 days, 1 day now. And so I sent her a message and I said, hey, and I can't even go look. I don't even remember what I said, but I said, I finished it by saying, let me go look. I said, what's holding you back? And then she immediately responded, let me look. I said, I hope you're doing good during all this craziness. Happy anniversary. It was her anniversary in the last few days. You look amazing and so happy. Okay, it's been forever since I've reached out to you about Thrive. I had looked back in Messenger. It had been like 2 years. Secretly, I've been hoping you would reach out and be ready to experience it. I would love to send you some info or even a sample. Girl, I feel like we are a lot alike and I know you would love it. What's been holding you back? And she immediately came back and said, I've definitely been looking at it and I've been watching y'all the last couple of years. So then I moved on to send me some info, or send me your address, your email address, your phone number. I'm going to fill you in on the details, and I'm going to send you several days to experience it. Mm-hmm. And so right there, I don't want to push her because she's been watching for so long. I didn't want to. A lot of times I'm not a sampler. I'm not great with keeping up with when they're going to get it and following up every single day. I just know me. And when I go on like a sample blitz, I tend to send too many at one time, and then I really get behind because it's too many at one time. So, and I'm not the product of a sample. As Sheila Fasoni is our upline, she never once offered me a sample. She went for the order, and I ordered. It took 2 months, but I ordered. So I always go for the order first. I do the free account, 3-way call, go for the order. With this girl, I just didn't want to push for that because it's been so long. And I have sample pack credits already bought. So I want to send her a sample and I want to get her hooked so that she will be on my dream team.
I love that.
That's awesome. And congratulations.
Thank you.
What is the time frame to respond to somebody that is ghosting you?
Are you asking me that?
No, that's just the next question. But if you have a response, you can say it. You're amazing.
Well, I think that's different. Like this girl had ghosted me for several years, so I gave up for several years. So I kind of waited. I think that's where you go back to everyday activity on just developing the relationship. So to take it off of Messenger, quit messaging them about Thrive, go respond to their stories, comment on their timeline, get that interaction going back and forth about everyday life. And there's going to be a time when you have the confidence to reach back out again, or they're going to say something that you're like, oh my gosh, girl, I just saw how crazy you are with the kids today. I used to feel that way, and Thrive has made the world a difference for me. Or tired mamas love this. I love that line for mamas that are pulling their hair out. Or if you see someone that looks like they're pulling their hair out, tired mamas love this. Let me help you get through your days easier. So that's my strategy.
Oh, that's a good one, Krista. Respond to their stories. It takes you right into their messenger. That is so true, because the first time somebody responded to my story and I got the message, it kind of freaked me out. Like, I was like, what? Like, it didn't click at first, because sometimes it sends the story picture and sometimes it doesn't, you know? And so then I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense. So if you respond to their story, then you are going to, it sends them a direct message. So, you know, are you checking, not only are you using your stories, are you looking at their stories and responding?
Well, and what year was it at Thrivepalooza where Billy Holderby said, you know, you make $1 million in Messenger, not. And so if you're hanging out in stories and you're responding and engaging on stories, you're in their messenger. Like, it's a perfect, like, whoop. And I got one the other day. It was funny. It didn't have anything to do with my story, but it said, tell Jeremy happy birthday. I'm like, is it October? I'm confused. So it was funny. It started a conversation with them. I'm like, I'm not sure whose birthday's today, but I'm excited to celebrate with them. And they were just laughing. It was like crazy, right? So yeah, I mean, follow-up looks different. And I wish we could give 1 million scripts and we could tell you these 2 scripts work for everyone. And that's just not the case. It just isn't. And, you know, could we maybe come up with some scripts and share scripts? I know if you're on my team, you have in the files, you have pages of scripts to use. You have units that have scripts in there, because I know that's where people freeze. And I want to give you some ideas on what to start your conversation with, or when you read something, you're like, oh, I could say that, but tweak it this way. And so I know scripts are so helpful. And Amber, I'll get you those. You can throw them into Thrive Stars. And if you're not on Amber's downline and stuff, let me know if you're a leader. I can send you that file. It's just a file, so you can add it to your team pages. So I do have that, and I know that is very, very helpful. But guys, don't like get so robotic, because people will see that immediately. Like, oh, I'm just one of your 50 you reached out to today. Because let's be real, you want people to feel like you want to feel when somebody reaches out to you. When I get a message from somebody in network marketing or direct sales with a product, I immediately, from the very beginning, and I'm like, oh, they're trying to get me to buy something. And I immediately have that feeling of, I don't even want to read this, and I just want to respond like, get out of here. Instead, I want to, like, when somebody sends me a message like, oh my gosh, like, I love your picture of your kids in the pool. Like, that looks super fun. How old are your kids? Now, I look to build relationships on social media. So that is not a weird message in my inbox. It's not. I don't make that weird. But if they go, and then from there, they immediately go, hey, do you want this product? I'm like, did you just like meet me at the bar, bought me one drink, and now you want to take me to bed? Like, no, like, you know, I look at it that way. Like, it's everybody understands that, the scenario. So, okay, we meet at the bar, you buy me a drink, you buy me another drink, and then we say, hey, we'll see you maybe next weekend. Awesome.
Maybe here's my number.
Right. Nobody's taking you back home. Like, that's the biggest thing that I So my messages are how I would want to be messaged. That's how I think about it. So if you do like direct, like I know Ray Higdon and I know Aaron Apont, like they like that, like direct, like this is why I'm messaging you. Do you want it or don't you? Cool. That's them. And it works for them. It's awesome. So if it works for you, great. You weed them out pretty fast. But I know how I want to be messaged, so that's how I message. And those are the type of people I want in my life. So that is definitely something to think about is when you're following up and stuff. I use voice message 99.9% of the time. And I do message it each time. I know you can simplify it by doing a recording and then forwarding it, but I'm always like, will they see that it says forwarded? I don't know.
They do now, because when I get something, like if a promoter is sending me, hey, this girl said this, can you listen to it? It shows forwarded. Like it didn't used to, it does now.
Note to self, it shows that it's been forwarded. So it's not they were just sending this to me like they care about me. No, they probably sent that to 500 people.
Yeah, because I used to send it to myself and then forward it, and you can't do that now.
Okay. See, it's always changing.
Well, you can't.
I like to put their name. I like to, do something personal in there. And I like to always end with a question, which you heard that from Susan. You always end with a question to keep the conversation going. I don't like to do a ton of dancing. Like I am not going to go on 500 dates with the person before I ask if they're interested. If they aren't already responding and commenting on my posts or my stories, chances are they're not interested. And so I'll just like cut right straight to the chase at that point and go, hey, I know we've been friends for 6 months. Oh my gosh, it's been so awesome getting to know you. I don't think I've ever asked you, but hey, I have this product. I see you're in beauty and I have a health product. Are you looking for anything for health and wellness? I'd love to share what I have. Let me know. And immediately, if they're already in health and wellness, I'm not even gonna, it ain't even worth it to me. But if they're in beauty or something like that, yes, why not? They're looking to have good health. So I'll say that. So I do that. I don't like to dance for long, but I do like to get to know them.
Well, and I like that. I'm sorry, I just put gum in my mouth. But I like that because like my husband, Jason, says a lot, it's you do have to be courted. Everybody wants to be courted, nobody likes, like Natasha said, like, for example, when Jason and I were dating, he had a roommate that every time we'd go out, he'd look at a girl and be like, hey, and like, that's all. And it was like, like, hey, what? I mean, it was so awkward. And we still joke about that 20 plus years later, home, it's just like, oh my gosh, it's so weird. But, like Jason, he's like, he had to court the heck out of me, like, and we're 20 plus years relationship, I think there's even like in our old businesses, as a hairdresser, like I would go to a network marketing group, not a network marketing, a networking group, meet people.
Like a BNI or a chamber.
Yes, BNI, whether it's chamber of commerce, whatever, meetup groups, you're meeting people. I remember at first, like I had this thought process of, oh my gosh, I'm going to go and all 50 members are going to come to me for a haircut. Like I'm going to be so busy after my second meeting. And that's not what happened. They had to get to know me first. They had to know, like, and trust me. 20 years ago, y'all, people still had to know, like, and trust me. And so you got to have that relationship, even if it's through Messenger, that mentality. It doesn't mean that, just because they don't respond to you right away, it doesn't mean they don't like you. It doesn't mean they're never going to order from you. It doesn't mean they put you on some blitz bulletin board, like how people used to do the bounce checks, like it just means they don't know, like, and trust you yet, or they don't know enough about Thrive yet, or they don't know enough about you yet.
Yep.
It's your job to create that. It's your job to be you and be you and let them get to know you.
I love it. I love it. Well, I think that today has been super amazing. I hope that you guys got a lot of your questions answered, and that you're taking action. And that's the biggest thing we're doing with these is action, action, action. Kind of give a forward look. We have Saturday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Central. If you're in my time zone, that means 11 to 4. And if you're in PST, I have no idea what time that is. But I know. But I always go off of CST as kind of like our solid. Like CST is what they always say. So I know I'm an hour forward. So that's the cool thing about that. That's from a 10 to 3 Central. Be there. Like, be there. I'm going to be right here. I'm thinking about moving my desk so I have a different background. So yeah, you might see something different behind me, but I'm going to be right here in this office. I'm going to be taking notes. I have a notebook just for that. And I am going to be fully present and open to being coachable, learning what's working, and knowing my limits on how much I want to implement and what I know I've done before that just doesn't work for me, right? You got to know those things. And then there's going to be tons and tons and tons of giveaways. They're going to talk comp plan. If you're a comp plan person, I mean, who isn't? I mean, eventually you become. And they're going to talk about a new product and probably another announcement. Like, we haven't had a promo launch in like 10 days. Like, we haven't had a customer one. We haven't had a promoter one. I think they're waiting to launch something for us tomorrow. So I'm really excited to see what that promo looks like. I don't know if they're going to do it, but I have a feeling, like my gut's telling me they're going to do something. And plus we got to get all these free customer accounts. So there's going to be something coming. And then Monday we have Drew at noon Eastern, so 11 Central. And then I'm going to do a 4-day series on goal setting, organization, how to keep your sanity with your count. Like, it's going to be like goal setting and structure. Okay. That's what next week is going to be about. So if those are things that you'd like to learn more about, maybe find a system that might work for you. That's what we're going to be talking about. I'm going to get a couple incredible goal setters that I know, like, they are on point. They check them off. They're amazing. I'm the same way. And then I'm also going to get some people who are super good at simplifying organization where it doesn't overwhelm the brain and you can take action immediately. So those are things that we're going to do next week. And so with that, let's hop off here and hop on the Zoom that Paul's going to be doing, and we'll see you over there. Thanks, guys. I'm copying and pasting the code right now.
Yes, Paul's Zoom ID is on his Facebook page, and I just dropped it in the chat. And yes, thanks so much, everybody, for sticking with us this week. It's been great. I have lots of notes myself. Go send those messages to all of your promoters, active, inactive, ghosted, whatnot, unless you know you attended their funeral. Send them a message. Let's get them on that training tomorrow. Bye, y'all.
All right, see you guys.